Therefore, the waiting list for the sniper might be all up here, and now you join the bottom of the pile. So what that then puts you at risk as, if you're... Yo, so today I'm back with another episode for you guys, and today we're going to be speaking about the Royal Marines Specialisations as requested. If you haven't already, subscribe down below and hit the bell button. Last week we were speaking about the field exercises in training for the Royal Marines as requested, and then the week before that we were speaking about the Royal Marines 30 miler. So what is a specialisation? To put it into perspective, when you pass out of Royal Marine training, become a commando, you get your green lid, you are automatically GD. So you're automatically general duties, and you will be posted to one of the commando units. 4-5, 4-3, 4-2, 40 commando. From there, you will join a troop and you'll be general duties. You'll be boots on the ground. You'll be just a shooter. Arguably, this is one of the better positions to be in. That's why you might hear the terminology of people riding the GD wave. So what that essentially means is when you pass out of training, you're meant to have a period of time allocated for you to be GD and experience being the GD. Normally 2 years, one draft worth. However, if you don't put in for a specialisation within that period, you're then at risk of being pinged. So what does that mean? That means you could be sent a draft to come through, which won't be something that you probably desire. Something maybe like a driver or a signaller, something that isn't as desirable as, say, a sniper. So you are then at risk to do that. However, you might get lucky. Some people can ride the GD wave for longer, where they haven't put something in and they still move unit and they stay in the GD role and do really well. And as we're branching into that Future Commando Force, you might have a little bit more chance to stay GD for longer. And I'll explain why. So the specializations, if you look online, you can actually find this book here. Scroll down this little handbook, you will find all of the specializations, from assault engineers to heavy weapons to anti-tanks, mortars, mountain leaders, PWs, all of them will be in here. So what happens is you'll be able to, once you've passed out of training, you'll be able to then put in for a specialization. You'll go online and you'll essentially put in for one of these. However, what makes it difficult is obviously some are more desirable than others. So an assault engineer, for example, and a sniper will be more desirable, and a boarding team will be more desirable than, let's say, a driver or a signaller. Do you know what I mean? So therefore, the waiting list for the sniper might be all up here, and now you join the bottom of the pile. So what that then puts you at risk as, if you're doing your 2 years as GD and you're at the bottom of the pile and it takes so long, it goes over that 2 year bracket and you still haven't made it, you technically won't then get that sniper draft, and you might then get pinged for the driver draft, which you then go to be drives, and then you might get stuck there a little bit trying to get away to do the sniper course. But as we're going now, if you then get to the top of them lists, you will be released to go and do them other specs. So it's not all doom and gloom. Also, another thing that's happened now is with Future Commando Force, there is the introduction of SSQs, which is a secondary specialist qualification. So what is the SSQ and how does that work? It's not a spec. So what happened to a lot of the specializations, like the AE branch, the Recce, and a lot of others, the level 3, because when you join a spec, you'll always start at the bottom level. You're not just going to join and be an ML1 straight away. You'll be ML3, ML2, ML1. So for the ML branch, that was one of the ones that got hit. The ML3 got dismissed, got disbanded, right? So anyone that was an ML3 had a choice to either go on the course to be an ML2 straight away, or go back to being GD and have your ML3 as now as an SSQ. So on this page here, you'll see a list of all of the SSQs, from Combat PT, Combat Recce Operator, Combat Marksman. They are very common ones, the Combat Recce Operator and the Combat Marksman and the Combat Mobility. They're all fairly common ones. And what you can do now is you can be a GD operator and you can start gaining these SSQs while staying as a GD operator. So you're basically increasing your skill set and you're increasing your ability whilst actually staying as a GD Marine, which I think is quite good. I think is really good because you're staying as that, like, boots on the ground, getting stuff done, and you're getting them qualifications as well. So if I was you and I was now passing out and I went and to a unit and I was GD, I would be going to my hierarchy and trying to get on as many SSQs. If these SSQs are popping up, put your name down on the list and see if you can get on them, so you can just make it better. So that way, say if you've got the if your dream is to be a sniper, but the waiting list is really long, but you was able to get on a combat marksman, that is almost like your first step. Do you know what I mean? So you'll then be in a better stead for when you're going for the actual sniper acquaint. So that is the specs explained, and that is the SSQs explained. Have a look through these documents yourself, because you might find something in there that really intrigues you, which you didn't even realise existed, and that will then push you further. And if you've got any questions, any comments, and you want me to do a video on anything else in the future, please put it down below. Until next time, let's make some gains. Boom.